What's going on, y'all? In front of me, I have the new AirPods Max. I'm super excited to get into this because at the price tag of $549, we gotta know, what are we getting for our money? So in this video, I'm gonna be unboxing these and giving my first impressions in terms of the user experience that you can expect with it. Let's get into it. So excited! If you're new to the channel, I'm Tech Me Out. Welcome. Up here, I pretty much like to talk about anything in relation to technology. So if that is of interest to you, you can feel free to not only hit that subscribe button, but the like button as well if you feel inclined to. Ooh, bow. Ooh, that is beautiful. These are nice. So we have the AirPods Max here. We have, let's see, our information pamphlet, no Apple stickers, and then we also have the USB-C to Lightning charging cable. So no wall brick in here either, so really simple packaging. These come in about 5 different colors. I have the blue option, but you can also get it in space gray, silver, green, and pink. So in essence, what these will do is bring, so to speak, the magic that we find in the in-ear version of these, which are the AirPods, to an over-ear experience. Wow. Hold up. It even smells premium. I've never felt the need to smell an Apple product, but I was catching a whiff over here. It smells like so spanking new. Oh, look. They can even stand on their own. How cute. Look at there. It has a very premium feel to it. It kind of feels like the smart cover on the iPad. If you've ever felt those, that's what this feels like. Now we got these little paper ear cups, so we're gonna take that on off and slide that on out. And we got memory foam ear cups here. Oh my gosh, this just looks so good. And inside of the little ear cups, you can see L and R, so it'll indicate what side it should be on. Now, in terms of the headband here, it's basically a kind of mesh knit material so that when we put it on our heads here, oh, I was not expecting. It canceled out so much sound, I could barely hear myself. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, the headband here is a knit meshed material, so it's gonna feel really nice on top of your head. Unlike other headbands where it kind of puts a lot of pressure on the top of your head, this more so takes shape to the top of your head, which is really nice in my case because I have locks. So the fact that it has this type of material, I really like that. And then along the sides here, you have what are known as telescopic arms. So you get this nice smooth pull with still a lot of resistance. So instead of it, doing that like click, 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 click into place to get to the right measurement in which you want, you have a lot more control over customizing the fit. And the ear cups, they also pivot and rotate, so that's nice. And then they also have this memory foam material. You can see as I push down, it takes a little bit before it actually pops back into its original shape. These ear cups are basically made of aluminum. And in terms of your buttons, you have a digital crown, which is very much like what you get on an Apple Watch. So you can use this to control your media. You can press once to answer or hang up, or you can double press to advance to the next track, or you can press it 3 times to go back to the previous track. And if you want to activate Siri, you can just press and hold. And this button here is going to allow you to toggle between transparency mode and active noise cancellation. So really quick access there. Now the ear cups also magnetically attach and they pop off real easy, but still are very secure. So you can actually buy the ear cups separately for about, I think, $70. I've been in a situation where that would have been really beneficial. I had a pair of Beats and the ear cups messed up, like they started coming apart, but the headphones worked fine. So I ended up just replacing the whole set of headphones. But with the option to do this, you can just buy the ear cups separately. Let's get into this audio experience. Hello, hello? Yo, I just tried transparency mode and this is super dope. Transparency mode is lit because sometimes when you use that on other headphones, you sound kind of robotic, like it doesn't sound natural. And I know Apple said with the AirPods Max, when you're using transparency mode, everything still sounds very natural, and it is true. Like, I could use this because I know when using this same type of feature set where you can kind of listen in to your surroundings on other headphones, I don't really like it because it doesn't sound realistic and I find myself still taking the headphones off. But with this, oh my gosh, everything sounds the exact same with them on. That is so dope. Let's test some music. Oh God, I could barely hear myself. It's so weird. Okay, we're gonna go to some old school. We're gonna play some immature. Y'all know nothing about that. So this is transparency mode, so I'm able to hear my music right now, and I can clearly hear my voice. And I really like this digital crown, but I think I would have preferred the crown to be down here somewhere, simply because it's easier to access this, more natural to be down here and turn, versus kind of turning my hand up like this to adjust the volume. It feels a little awkward. And plus it's near the band here, so it's like your hand just kind of naturally bumps into it. There's no touch controls along the ear cups, so when it comes to controlling your media, everything is done via this digital crown right here. All right, what song? Let's get something kind of bassy. We're gonna listen to Nuck If You Buck. Yeah, we knocking and bucking. Whoa, I can't hear anything but my music. Woo! This is nice. Wow. It's amazing too. I feel like I was yelling now. Whew. It's amazing too, the clarity in the sound, even when you turn it up, and also the way it still maintains like just really clean, clear audio. Like you don't find yourself sacrificing an audio experience with transparency mode on. Like I'm still able to comfortably, let me turn my music down. I'm still having a really good audio experience, but still able to hear the detail in the music from the bass line to the mids to the highs, as well as clearly hear my surroundings without sounding like, you know, everything is robotic around me. So that is super dope. And you do hear a chime to kind of indicate you going in and out of one mode into the other. Well, let's go to some Megan. Yo, that bass. The bass line thumps so well without sounding distorted. Now this is something. It's not resuming at the audio level I chose. Whatever. Another cool thing about these is, say for instance, you do have these on, you're listening to your music, and someone says something to you. You can easily lift the ear cup and it'll pause your music. And then when you put it back on, it'll resume your music. Now, let's talk about these ear cups a little bit, because sometimes with on-ear headphones, I find myself sometimes wanting to take them off after a little while, especially when I'm wearing earrings, because they're pressing up against my earrings in some form or fashion. But these ear cups are kind of oval shaped, and with them being like that, they more so naturally go around my ear. And also because of the material in which the ear cups are made, it just feels so soft against my ear. I'm interested to see how I like it after wearing them for a few hours. But as gently as they're pressing up against it, I feel like I would be fine for hours of listening. Getting a little bit into the tech specs, the AirPods Max have computational audio, which is gonna basically give you a very unique but premium listening experience. And it does that by using things like the adaptive EQ, which is gonna allow it to tune the music for an individual fit for the ear cushions on your head. It also is gonna account for audible differences that do arise from things like someone wearing earrings or different hairstyles. And plus on top of that, it has a really nice noise cancellation feature. And it does that by using 6 outward-facing microphones to detect the noise around you in your environment, and 2 inward-facing mics to measure what you're hearing. And it's also one of the elements that helps your voice sound so natural. And then it also has spatial audio, which is really great for doing things like watching movies and things like that, because it's gonna create a surround sound experience. And due to the dynamic head tracking of this feature, the sound can remain fixed to the headphones even as you move your head around. I'm gonna try that out now actually and put on a movie. Wow, it sounds like a true home theater experience on my head. Like I legit feel like I'm sitting in a recliner with speakers surrounding me experiencing this movie right now. Like that is so dope. Now, in reference to battery life, because without it having a power button, I'm sure there's some concerns there. You get up to 20 hours of battery even with noise cancellation mode enabled. And then with the 5-minute charge, you can get up to an hour and a half of listening time. Now, even though it doesn't have a power button, when you have these headphones idle for a specific amount of time, it goes into low power mode, which is the same mode that it goes into when it's inside of the smart case as well. And once it's in that ultra low power mode, it's supposed to give you like months on end of battery life. Now, when I first found out there wasn't a power button up here, I had mixed feelings. But I will say without the power button, you're able to listen to your audio instantly as soon as you take it out of the case. Like the case operates almost like your power button, which is nice because normally when I'm using over-ear headphones and I want to listen to something, I have to, find the power button on the headphone, then head into the settings, choose for it to pair. So it's a little bit more involved, whereas this is definitely a lot more instantaneous, a lot more seamless, and it just enhances the experience of things overall. Now, these are not water resistant, y'all. So, don't take these out in the rain or try to work out in these and potentially mess them up. They're not designed for that. Now, in reference though to the settings for this, you pretty much have this exact same setup that you do with AirPods. All right, now something within here that I find pretty cool is the option to experience spatial audio. So if you're having trouble understanding what it is and what that concept is like, you can actually come in here and tap see and hear how it works, put these on, and it's gonna allow you to have a demo of what it's like to have spatial audio versus not have it. Pretty much makes you feel like you're sitting in the center of a bunch of speakers that are around you, and each speaker is responsible for a certain sound, so you just feel fully immersed into whatever you're listening to, especially movies. Now, for those of you that are concerned about phone calls, everything sounds really clear, so you're not gonna have any issues there. But these are definitely a very, very premium and unique pair of headphones. From the design themselves to the case to the listening experience, it's something else. Now, this case, I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of this. I would definitely prefer to have protection for everything and not just the ear cups. It's gonna be interesting to transport them like this. And I don't know how safe I would feel sliding this into a bag, especially with this being exposed, but it doesn't feel like it would break easily. It's just a mental thing. Like, you just naturally want to protect something like this, especially at the price in which you're paying for it. It's just such a very interesting case design. It's like a little purse. You even have the magnetic, flap here. And even the cups at the bottom are not fully enclosed. They're still exposed in some areas. Another thing to note is that these headphones don't collapse. So they stay like this. You can't fold them in to make them smaller. The travel friendliness of this is definitely, to me at least, limited. I was like, what is that sound? It was this, me closing. Yeah. This is gonna be something that if you wear out in public, it's definitely gonna be a conversation starter. Especially in knowing that if you were to try to purchase this right now, I think the ship dates are all the way in March. So yeah, so this is definitely a hot commodity. But they start shipping tomorrow, December 15th, which is also my birthday, hey. And I would also love to answer any additional questions in which you may have. And if you're wondering how well they match with the Series 6 Apple Watch, I will say it isn't quite the same color. The navy Apple Watch band is a bit darker than this, so it's not identical, but it still goes. So that's gonna do it for this one, y'all. I have some more videos dropping this week, so please make sure you got that notification bell on so that you can be notified as soon as they hit. As always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.